Hello, everybody. This is Azrael's Wrath with another Azrael's analysis. I'm just gonna go back and look at one of these games. Just MVP. Very proud of this game personally. It's really empowering the team. And pretty much a fantastic stomp in my opinion. So let's go ahead and yeah, it's actually very much different, very unique. So from that point, we just knew something was up. So we just didn't expect it. So, but as you see, looking dead-tastic in this outfit. So I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit to the
All you need to
start of
do
the
is
match.
capture the mission area. Got it?
And in all honesty, from the start of this match, I looked back and I saw that Angela was still in spawn. So that kind of discouraged me a bit. But knowing how fast Angela can, fly around during the map, and I call it AC 130. It's pretty good movement. So I get it. It's not Spider-Man movement, but at the same time, it's definitely fairly quick. So obviously you get me here. Is it speed up? No. Oh, I was just moving quick, I guess, with the Jeff boost. That's some good healing. That was good aim. Good aim for real. So seeing that the Hawkeye was a problem on the side, we had to get him out there, and I'm glad that the Angela helped out. That was very much needed. Yeah, we got a lot going on right now with just pushing up the back line and then trying to prevent heals from going out. And I'm thankful that my healers were behind me and getting me healed. So just making that space was very much appreciated. And I wouldn't be able to make that space without the healers. So thank you for that. Very much good on that. But here right now, as you see, I'm getting my buff on, trying to still create that damage, create that pressure, and create that space, and make sure that I survive and keep my survivability. But then the Hawkeye arrow just finishes me off. So that's my first death. I feel like thankfully we captured the point. That was, capturing the first point. It's always crucial. You want to get that advantage over your opponent anyway, and that's the psychological edge that you have when it comes to just playing this team game, getting back to the point as fast as possible. But I think at the same time, my stream was cutting out, and I was getting some weird pings, so it was pretty bad. But still, this is also why I main Fantastic, because going through those pings and going through having those bad connection, that still we can circumvent that as Fantastic, just punching through and just looking around, even if I'm teleporting through the map or whatever. But luckily my ping was a little better right there, so I got to get a nice precision, and that was the start of a good retake of the point. So here I got Angela, got their Angela. Here she gets the health back, and then I priority target right to their Gambit, which is very much needed because he's obviously giving the heals and another double. Getting two doubles, I mean, you combine them, I get a quad, but we'll see that later. But the real big thing was priority targeting there. Obviously, Angela had my attention. She was first, so I had to make sure that, okay, if I damage you and you have no heals, that means I can get you off me for a little bit. And then seeing that Gambit was actually really good. So it helped me out just to make sure that I can get that crucial pick. So boom, another crucial pick against a Squirrel Girl, and seeing that just the heals. I got three people on me. So I knew I was gone. I was going to be popped like a balloon. But having that attention though was really crucial in that moment to still keep capturing the point. Anytime that they're away from the point and just fighting away from the point, it's best for us, and that's great on us taking that space. That's genuinely the mentality that I'm looking for when it comes down to it. And our Jeff is going really well. We got really good heals going out. They got good damage and final picks themselves. I have the most final hits on the team with 5, so that's good for us. Good pressure on the DPS. And this Angela kind of trying to make space, trying to do something, but in all honesty, yeah, no, I'm just kind of surviving right here. So doing what I can. Thank you, Jeff. So there's some very crucial heals, but right here, just gonna push back a little bit on the side, just divert their attention from any of the healers, but then I get jumped. So that happens, you know. You just get diverting the attention, trying to divert the attention to you versus our strat. Because you want your strats to stay alive. You need your strats to stay alive. If they're not alive, the rest of your team just explodes. They implode, and it doesn't work out. But you also need good tanks too. Good tanks on the front line, or how they make the space also helps too. So they are the crucial points when it comes to your team comp and how you play them. Because there's always different ways of playing them. Just how you play them is very crucial in the mindset of, you know, pursuing the victory. So we are giving up a lot of the point. Well, for one, we need to stop staggering. That's first and foremost. So grouping is really good. They're trying to stagger us back, but we do get our grouping together, and that was a crucial pick on my part. That started the rally to regain the point, because 6v5, very much an easy fight. Very much an easier fight to deal with. So here we got, I'm using angles, and right here, I get a pick on the Hawkeye. Hawkeye's a very dangerous character if you know how to use him, and that's a Lord Hawkeye, so that was very needed. And the second one, obviously, get the brain dead score girl out of here. Very crucial pick. Here comes the number 3, which boom, just bumped their tank, their Magneto, which they're just the last ones on the front line. They have no heals, and we just doing cleanup. And luckily, I did finish the cleanup with the quad. And I wanted more, but I didn't get my own picks here, but I did help with pressure. So that helped a lot in the mentality for the rest of the team to just keep on fighting. We needed it to keep on fighting. And then boom. And more crucial picks. That was a healer pick, and then the score goes gone. But we didn't need the ult in that end. Well, at least the Sue didn't. Our Sue did not need the ult. I kind of wish he held that. But even so, we still have a really good healer ult in Luna. The fact that we have triple is kind of crazy. But I had 10 final hits. The most damage on the team. Not the most damage in the lobby, because, I mean, if this score goes, she better have the most damage in the lobby. Let me be real. So here, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm feeling myself when I saw that I was ace. And I'm just kind of going off. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I usually don't prematurely go buff form in this little time frame, because I'm usually calculated, but I'm just going off, and I'm just kind of feeling myself, and I know I can build it back because they're still here. And that's on them, because we're moving quick, and I'm at 72. I'm gonna be buffed really quickly in the set, so yeah. So we're gonna just keep on pressing and look to keep stomping. That's my mindset. My mindset is to get the win and hope that I'm still an ace at the end. If I'm the ace, I get MVP. That's nice, but the win is really the big important thing. So crucial picks right here, like right there, crucial pick on the C&D, and they have triple heals as well. So isolating one of the healers is definitely a way to, you know, play against triple heals. It's not always like you need triple tank or you need this or you need that. It's not one way of fighting triple heals. You just have to be smarter than the people you're playing against, or play your life and play your character and know the kit that you're working with. So we have a lot of space. They only had one healer, which is Gambit, so I was tripping about having that kill Gambit, so long as we had that space and we had the point. Once again, crucial that we had the first point right there. So the team is feeling ourselves. I'm sure. I think they were fighting to try to get ace. So yeah, you can kind of see how things were just kind kind of just pressing up and getting really aggressive in that moment. You see that I'm gonna get. Well, I don't know if I get this pick. I think, yeah, no, I did get the pick. Yeah, it's a score goal, uncontested, and being smart in that moment. Retreating was the way to go. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to get out. That was the moment to cash out. That's exactly what I felt like I did. Cash out in the jackpot. And again, trying to work on my ping. Seeing that very much empowered me too, because their thing was not getting their ult correct. It just didn't. And I was just ulting and counter-ulting beautifully, especially with the perfect CC moment. So thank you to our thing going in like that as he did. So he did very well in countering that. But yeah, no, as you did see, I did pop in that moment, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm still the ace. I have 13k damage, 13 final hits. So, I mean, we're doing our thing. I think I have 20 final hit, 20 picks, assisted and unassisted. And at that moment, I thought we were really pushing hard, but they held it down. They held it down. I got a little overzealous. I think my ping was still bad too, but I'm not completely sure. Regardless, though, I mean, it happened. So I was just happy to at least get some ult charge behind it, get my ult, and you know, let's make a smart push. So I see my team on their choke right there, and we have a good ult right here. So I'm gonna go right after the healers. And regardless of if I got the pick or not, I got them to separate. I got them to go staggered a little bit while on point. They are scrambling, trying to survive. And then there you go. There's C&D trying to sustain herself. And now you got me and Gambit. Me and Gambit going right at it. And here I get you. I smacked them down. And here we go. I got the isolated Jeff. I love isolating Jeff. I can't lie. It's kind of fun. But, yep, for Sato, I know he's going to ult. I don't know where he ulted, who he ulted, but at the same time, though, we were good because they had no heals. They had no heals on point. And, well, okay, they had one heal on point, but there you go. As you see, I'm pinging, my ping is really bad. I'm trying to find that, okay, but it's kind of hard when your ping is all over the place. So it doesn't help. So sorry about how my play has been. My play would be better if my ping were better. But as you clearly see, I am still doing as well as I can, however I can. And clearly another wasted ult by their thing. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't do anything for their team. It didn't keep the point. And they're at 99. So that's kind of crazy to say that they almost got that round. They could have got it to, this could have been a 2-1 game. But then they switch off again. They switched off so much they really didn't understand. They didn't know what comp they could fight or they could do to fight against us. And it kind of hurt them. It really hurt them in the long run. So I'm happy to have this game. And once again, I'm ulting to try to sustain, to press on. And we still press on to keep the point that we have, and then now we're at 99. Now I hit something, but at the same time my ping is really bad, so I forced that Jeff. No, I didn't force that Jeff off. Our Jeff ulted, and then their Jeff ulted because I knew he was looking to ult, but at the same time, it wasn't the right timing for them because, granted, our Jeff ulted, their Jeff ulted, there was a lot going on, but we still have the advantage over them. You don't have the heals. We have our Jeff heals. You don't. So, I mean, I was happy for our heals, so thank you for that. And right here, Magneto, you had to go. You just had to go for that. I wasn't sure what you thought you were going to do with your ult, but you basically C9, and it helped us really win. And I'm glad to get the pick at the end. So, yeah, we get I was in a Dadtastic. I thought I was going to get the Dadtastic MVP, but in the end, It's whatever is equipped. So not the outfit that's equipped, but whatever you have equipped, the MVP that you equipped. So you have to separate that now. But it is what it is. This has been analysis. I did get the most kills in the lobby. That was good. So and my most final hits in the lobby, obviously. I wish I could have got the most damage, but being it is a squirrel girl that is throwing nuts and being brain dead, you can't really fight that with the angles that you go against, you know. So, but most final, most damage on my team is good. So I mean, putting out the pressure and needed pressure is always good to do. You have to utilize the angles that you're working, and if you're not utilizing those angles and making sure that you're getting his buff as many times as you can, and now that with his rework, with the slight work, the slight buff, basically with the being able to go wide form from buff form, you what's known widely known as the fridge. Um, Going into that form, you can circumvent a lot of deaths now. And granted, I was always decent at circumventing certain deaths with between buff form and wide form because I genuinely liked going into buff form before the patches. Um, because going into buff form sometimes meant I can survive a little longer. Granted, I am an easier target because I'm big, but if there's heals behind me or if there's or if we're still in the team fight, it's basically just try to survive a little bit longer before having to it's a time waster or a time waster for my next cooldown for my wide form. Obviously, that's how it was designed for. I'm sure that's how NetEase designed it. But being able to go buff form into wide form really is a good one now. So it really helps with the survivability. Granted, though, it does cut in certain cooldowns, and I still have to figure out and manage that. But that's just the nature of the game of being fantastic. So that's just another analysis. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe, and yeah, we'll have more for you, and come to the next one. Be easy, everybody.